Cool Kim. I can't wait to hear
Yes.
this.
Yeah, I told him we'd send him video of us playing it and
Like
rocking out.
I like tall, dark, and tall, dark, handsome by Tall, Dark, and Handsome.
Well, of course.
Produced by Tragedy Coffee. Another one. Those Tragedy Coffee things. Oh my god. If nothing else has come out of the almost 10 years of us doing this, it's everything goes back to Tragedy Gaddafi.
Of course it does.
uh,
Yes, Cranky, we're live.
all right.
All right, I gotta
Well, he hasn't
breathe.
joined yet.
I know. Breathe and take in my my big baller bet and use that energy. That's the biggest intentional
Yeah,
bet
that's for
we've placed.
today. Go. Israel has declared war. That's not good.
Consider yourselves warned. All right.
Warned.
I'm gonna get this 5 ready. All right. Make sure
I think he
everything
didn't
is
bet on the
lined-
University of Miami yesterday.
Oh, did not go well for them.
A joke. They had a chance to just take a knee and run out the clock, but instead they tried to run the ball and fumbled it. And then a team that had only passed for 75 yards throughout the whole game passed for 76 and went down.
Wow, I'm losing you all over the place. What the hell?
I don't know.
You hear go.
No. It looks like better. Let me jump out and jump back in. Hold on.
Yeah, it's weird. We will be with you all momentarily while we fix some technical difficulty. Where is my technical difficulties sound? I haven't played that in a long time. There it is. I'll wait till Bill comes back and play it because he's our technical difficulty. I need a graphic to go with this.
Okay, let's hope that's better because
Experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by.
of course.
I said I need a graphic to go with it now. Maybe a picture of you.
with the frozen face, like
Yes.
like what they look like after they watch the tape in the ring.
Yes.
That's so stupid. That's so stupid.
What was
It
that?
seems like
Was
I've got a
that-
better connection
um,
this time.
It does. Hold on. That was don't tell me. I can see the was it not the Outer Limits? Was it Outer Limits? No. What's the one with the tree? That used to come on late at night. Wasn't Tales from the Dark Side, was it?
Tales from the Dark Side, I think. Yeah, it wasn't Tales from the Crypt. It was Tales from the Dark Side. It wasn't Twilight Zone. Twilight Zone was older.
Yeah, Cranky said we control the vertical, we control the horizontal. I thought that was Tales from the Dark Side. I could be wrong. I often am.
Well, now you're gonna make me look it up. The Outer Limits.
It was the Outer Limits. Yeah, I was right. And you know why I knew it was the Outer Limits? Not that I was confident that it was the Outer Limits.
Because it was
Because-
on Pix.
because I stole part of their intro for Don't Touch That Dial.
Aha.
But anyway, this is not that show.
I miss Don't Touch That Dial. That was a good show.
Thanks.
especially when we talked about the MASH episode that's only been run like twice in its life.
We did that for you.
Yes. Which
All right,
had you
we're here.
seen that one before?
No.
So you went and watched it, and you're like, son of a bitch, I've watched every episode of MASH 100 times. How did I not see this?
I did not see this one.
Mhm.
All
All right. Well,
Go difficulties music.
yes.
All right. I'm going to hit this 5 in 3.
And
Who's your
then
mama?
we'll. This week on the Mr. Throwback Thursday podcast, we bring you an update on Crazy, Dookie giving back hugs, the worst type of woman, according to Funkmaster Flex, the new king of record sales, Czarface returning for Record Store Day, and new music from friend of the show, Cool Kim. What else? Let's listen.
It's not just any day. It's Mr. Throwback Thursday.
Now about the strength now.
And now, here's your host, Bill Winters, and Mr. Throwback Thursday himself, Jamie Roberts.
Good day to everybody. Welcome to Mr. Throwback Thursday episode.
Hold on. Stop. You just went straight to from perfect before that video to fucked up after. So let's try.
Of course.
Let's try that part once again.
Once again.
And let's do that
Okay,
with a
hold on.
tree.
Let me.
Woo's your mama?
Welcome, everybody, once again to Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 505. I'm too tired to do the Roman numerals today. I think it's DV.
No, it's 506.
But
We did domestic
It's
violence
50.
last week.
Yes, we did. You know what? That's what happens when you're domestically violent. You know what it is? You didn't change the number on the top of the
Well,
the
you
script.
You should.
You
know
titled.
what
You
episode we're
titled
on.
the. I don't know. I don't even know what
You say it every
clothes
week.
I'm wearing half the
I
time.
don't even say it.
I
every
do,
week.
but I
I was
coffee.
changing on
That's
mine
all
right
I
now
know.
with the 506.
There,
now,
no.
Right on mine.
Welcome to 506. So what is it now? DVI? So we
Yes.
went from domestic violence to a domestic violence investigation. Is that what it is?
Or an incident, whatever. Yeah.
I am stupid today because stupid is as stupid does. And I am wearing my Bubba Gump shrimp sweatshirt today.
Yes.
So welcome, Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode
One of them
506.
days.
Yeah, it is one of them days. Well, it all started when I logged on and I got hit in the face with Reggie Stepper. For those of you who have no idea who Reggie Stepper is, we'll have Jamie play that a little bit later just so
Yeah.
you can see what I popped onto.
You just can't walk into some drum pan sound.
Okay, whatever. Like I said, trying to understand him is like trying to understand Brad Pitt when he was speaking that patois in Meet Joe Black. But anyway, welcome, Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 506. And we have our standard menu of options for you today. We have some hip-hop headlines. We have a little bit of woo news. We have a one and done. We have a record of the week by a band that I hadn't thought of in a long time, so...
It's understandable.
We'll remind you who the artist of the month is. We do have an old to the new.
We do.
We hopefully will have a foosball update
Yes.
this week. Time
Permitting.
determining. But why waste any more time? Would you be? Makes me think you gotta go to the bathroom when you do that. So, would you be so kind to hit me with a little of that Triple H, please?
Sure.
This is Hip Hop Headlines, Mr. Throwback Thursday.
We'll get on it. It's your turn.
It is my toin. My toin is going to start with AmericanSongwriter.com bringing us this update. We talked last week about the health scare for Crazy Bone.
We did.
And thankfully we have an update from the man himself. He's doing better.
That
which
is
good.
the most reliable form of information on health updates.
Yes, is from the mouth that roared.
Yes.
He admitted himself to the hospital, apparently. He was coughing up blood. He suffers from sarcoidosis, but 2 weeks removed from this, Crazy has basically come out on his own on social media and said, he's doing okay. He says, I just fought literally for 9 days straight.
Hold on.
Was on his Instagram post, and I guess it had a selfie.
You're I don't know what the hell's going on.
But I've got a good connection. I don't even have that weak connection signal up there.
Yeah, you're behind. You're like,
okay, well,
yeah,
and I don't see it. Right? because I'm looking at my own feed as opposed to the main feed. But
I don't know. You're coming through okay now, but you were behind. Like if I were to say something, it was taking like the amount of time for you to hear it was the same as the posse hearing it. So we were going to be stepping on each other through the whole show.
It's only when I talk. Maybe I should just be quiet the whole show.
Then you'll hear a whole lot of me going, yes, I agree.
Nice. All right, you want to start again then? Because it seems like it's going better now.
Yeah, it does seem better now. Let's try again. All right.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, it took you about 3 seconds to say yes.
So maybe my feed of hearing you is delayed.
Maybe.
Because as soon as you said, can you hear me now? I went, yes.
All right, let's see. Let me go away and come back. And then you go away and come back if it doesn't work.
Hopefully we're on the same
time.
Right. No, because the room goes away. Okay. Technology is wonderful when it works.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
That's much better.
Okay. So we'll go from that.
I share screen because I need people to be able to hear the audio when we get to stuff like this, but we're not there yet. We want to play a little don't argue. Little Reggie Stepper in there.
There you go. Now everybody got to experience what I did.
Okay.
All right.
Now, can you hear me now?
Yes.
There was a slight delay there again. Damn it. Maybe it's... Hold on. What if I do this? Can you hear me now?
Bring it up as we need it? Yes.
That is better. It may be dragging.
With the shared
We'll
screen.
find out. Yeah, we'll find out. If I go stepping on you, then we'll know that something still isn't right.
Okay, that's fine. So
all right, let's bring you back, and we'll start this Crazy Bone thing again with a tree. Woo's your mama?
Is my toin, and my toin is going to start with an article from AmericanSongwriter.com, and we gave an update last week that Crazy Bone was not in very good health.
Right.
Apparently, it was a week delayed that we found out about it because it just didn't put it out. But we have an update on Crazy Bone from Crazy Bone, produced by Tragedy Gaddafi.
Yes, there's no better source on your own health than you.
Usually not. No. Crazy Bone was he had admitted himself to the hospital. He was coughing up blood. He's battling sarcoidosis. And again, this is not stuff that we're disclosing without his permission. This was all public knowledge. He disclosed it himself.
Yeah, we are not investigative reporters.
less than 2 weeks removed. Crazy actually came out on his own Instagram post and gave everybody an update, and thankfully it's good news. He says, just fought for life, literally, for 9 days straight. And I only won the battle this time because I know Jehovah God was with me every step of the way fighting for me. Never take life for granted. Enjoy it while you have it. Actually, I love the typo here. Enjoy it while you have it.
Yes.
Thank you all for... Enjoy it while have you had it. Okay, there you go. Thank you all for your thoughts and prayers. Trust me, I needed every last one of them. And, you know, he's I look at the picture now. He still looks a little worse for wear, but he's, you know, sitting upright. And, whether you're a fan of Bone Thugs and Harmony or not, that just sounds like an awful, awful thing to have to go through.
Yeah. That is not on my list of things to do.
No, he was on a ventilator. There's no information as to when he's actually going to leave the hospital because he's still in there. Right. But, you know.
But he is communicating on his own with the outside world, and
he is.
So we're to assume he's better.
Yes. And now the better than he was, that's for sure. Yeah. And of course, the Love and Hip Hop community was rolling in. And you probably follow him if you Crazy on Instagram. He's at crazy_bone, and of course, Crazy is spelled Krayzie. If you are interested in that follow, you can see his post and all the posts that came in, basically showing him love and wishing him the best of health. And we here at Mr. Throwback Thursday continue to wish good health for Crazy Bone. Hopefully he gets out of the hospital soon and doesn't have to deal with that anymore. Because like I said, I can't imagine the thought of possibly drowning in your own blood. That's just awful.
No, again, not on my bucket list.
No, I can think of about 1,000 ways I'd rather go. Back hugs is the name of the next article. And
well, it's like when you were reading the intro, it's like giving back hugs. And I'm like, oh, he's going to see that very differently when he reads this article.
Well, I remember I actually saw this before you sent it to me as part of the show. And I said at the time when I read it, I said, this sounds like a Curtis Jackson thing to say.
Quite.
And it sounds like a piss dookie thing to do.
It really does. Or
and this comes
thing to do or whatever, you know.
Oh, that's something entirely different. Hip Hop DX brings us this one. I guess, and it's not a secret that
no.
50 Cent and Piss Dookie 50 Cent and Piss Dookie have this weird relationship, man. It's they like each other, but they don't like each other, and it goes back a lot of years.
I don't know, can you call that what is it? A frenemy? Is that
something like that? Yeah. He talked. 50 came out on and started talking about at a video from one of his concerts. He revealed that he doesn't go to quote unquote puffy parties.
Yeah.
Which just sounds dirty to begin with.
Yeah, but they're white parties most of the time, so
yeah, most of the time. So he's like, nuh-uh. He goes, that Nickelback hug you from the front and the back at the same time. I don't even know how that works. What do you stand on the side and vice grip you? I don't know how that works.
None of it sounds very comfortable for anyone involved.
No.
It does sound like a trip to Horton's Bike Shop. Very, very.
I was just going to say, that sounds like some bike shop shit. 50's up there singing, let me take you to the candy shop. And Puffy's like, no, I'll take you to the bike shop.
Here, have some wine.
piss dookie wine.
Yes.
He thinks he's a god. He probably thinks he can turn that piss dookie water into wine.
Take off your shirt. Be like, we'll play Tarzan. No, Dookie, we ain't doing that.
We can dance all up in the video.
Just don't stand behind me and do that.
Oh, he's like, he hugged you from the front and the back at the same time. What the fuck you talking about? I mean, if you into that, you into that. I'm fine with it. I'm just saying, this ain't my motherfucking kind of party. I'm uncomfortable. And then I don't understand this line. He goes, I think I belong in the girls' bathroom. That's a cool Keith line out of nowhere.
That was a very, very confusing part of the article. I don't know, maybe if he ran and hide, because maybe Piss Dookie's got boys and girls' bathrooms in his house, who knows? But if you run and hide in the girls' bathroom, maybe Piss Dookie's not coming looking for you. Maybe that's what he's saying.
But the first thing I thought of when I read that out of context quote in the middle of this whole thing is, well, did Cool Keith come in and take over 50's interview?
There's also new music by Cool Keith, by the way, but that will be for next week.
Yes. And not the first time
cool
that 50
week.
is only one cool, and it's Kim this week. This is not the first time that 50 has kind of put Dookie's parties out in public consumption.
Yeah.
He says
It was just
over
weird
the summer
to do it at a concert.
I don't even know how it would have come up. I mean, does he do a question and answer as part of his concert? Okay, we go.
Some weird line in one of his songs that goes, speaking of back hugs.
Let me talk to you for a minute.
Yeah,
I
get
keep,
how we got to this hugging people from the front and back at the same time.
It's like a Dr. Phil moment at a 50 concert. We're going to get back to the music in just a second, but let me talk to you a little bit about Puff Daddy's parties.
Sure it wasn't Officer Bar Brady?
Well, you ain't Fiona Apple, and if you ain't Fiona Apple...
Nothing to see here, you lucky lose.
Officer Bar Brady. Wow. That's
but I
funny.
digress.
And he says it again. He's like, I guess Rick Rubin was hugging the rapper from behind in a picture. Not Rick Rubin, Michael Rubin was hugging 50 from behind, or hugging Dookie from behind, and 50 got on the comments and the pictures like, see, this is what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't go to no puffy parties. He's like, what the fuck is going on here?
I was so lost for a second. I'm like, how did Rick Rubin get into this?
Because I'm an idiot. I'm the guy who killed Busta Rhymes last week. So
yes, I know. Nothing to see here, you lucky lose.
Because she ain't Fiona Apple. Oh man, it's just the two of them have this weird relationship, and I just love the fact that 50 gives zero fucks about going on and putting Dookie on blast.
Fuck it.
He's talking. He's like, a lot of people don't know this. Tony Yayo was talking one time. He goes, 50 went to Diddy for Bad Boy. A lot of people don't know that. We had a meeting. It was so crazy that Diddy didn't sign him. I know that was one of the biggest mistakes of Bad Boy. You know, a lot of people were scared of Preem. 50 wasn't. Talking about Supreme McGriff.
Right.
He goes, I remember Diddy said this. He don't even remember. He said, the 3 things people hate about rappers. Yeah, we can't sign you, Playboy. It's too much. It's too much drama with the Biggie and all that. And I mean, Tony Yayo comes out of the woodwork every now and then just to shed his light on things. So, but yeah, maybe that's what it is. Maybe 50 just loves to dig into Dookie over the fact that he wasn't signed by Bad Boy. But I think he's done pretty well for himself with G Unit. I mean, the fact that he owes a lot of people a lot of money, he makes a lot of money. So.
Yeah, this is...
And he didn't have to dance all stupid up in the videos.
He didn't. He didn't have to dance all up on your back either.
I can't wait to see Photoshop of this.
You got a puffy on your back.
Get Dr. Pimple Popper. I'm sure she can pop. Let's get into what we like to talk about. Not this weird shit with 50 and
Yes,
Dookie. Let's talk
it was
record
just one of
store
those-
day. 'Cause
One of those weird
that's always
articles.
one of your
I was like,
favorite.
yeah, it was a weird article that I thought had to be in the
Yeah.
show just because.
There's a world of difference between, and this is where emphasis on the right syllable is important. There's a world of difference between Dookie giving back hugs and Dookie giving back hugs.
Very, very different.
Just like even though they sound the same, a butt dial is not the same as a booty call.
It is not.
So let's get to the record store stuff. Support your local
Yes.
record store. It's Record Store Day coming up here. Record Store Day 2023. Black Friday releases are announced. And now, for the last 3 or 4 years, it has been kind of an unofficial holiday for this show for Record Store
has,
Day
yes.
because Jay loves to go down to Freshtopia on Record Store Day and score whatever he can.
Yes.
Record Store Day 2023 has revealed the list of special releases for their annual Black Friday celebration, November 24th. Oddly enough, Black Friday.
Now look at that.
175 releases that'll be available from people like Post Malone, if you're that sort of fan. That's my son.
I'm not.
He fucking loves him. The Jonas Brothers, Joni Mitchell, Willie Nelson. See, I'd probably get the Willie Nelson one.
You might, Rabbit.
But there's a shit ton of hip hop records coming out too.
Yes. The new
Either
Czarface
50, reissues or collections being released as exclusives or Record Store Day first items, including music from Prince, Dr. Dre, no accent,
No.
Lil Wayne, Nas, De La Soul, Madly, Schoolie D,
Yes.
3-6 Mafia, Digital Underground, Czarface, Sibo, Youngblood, Souls of Mischief,
Yeah, the 93 till Infinity anniversary. Yeah.
Spice One, and 4 Tough City hip hop compilations, and a re-release of the Judgment Night soundtrack. That's gonna be the big one, I think.
So for me, obviously the Czarface is guaranteed. I need to get it. The Judgment Night soundtrack is a guarantee, and if I can get my hands on it, that De La Soul box set, because it's 45s.
Oh, and you still
Yes.
have a turntable, so
I
more
do.
and more people are going back into the vinyl thing. So
Yeah. Yeah. So support your
I
local
wish-
record store.
I wish you well.
Everybody's got one. You just may not know where it is.
Yeah, and hell, you can Google search anything.
Mhm.
Google search local record stores around me. We have one in Poughkeepsie, Dark Side Records. I haven't been in there in a long time. Maybe I'll find a way to shoot over there on Record Store Day, see what they have.
Yeah, we got 3 or 4 around here, but only one really matters.
I will need to get a new turntable, though. I got one for Emily for Christmas.
Well, use hers.
Yeah.
Or break out your Fisher Price one, whatever.
I I don't think they work the same. They don't have the little
hard plastic
knobbies that
records?
stick
Yeah.
up on the record. Yeah. No, we'd gotten Emily a turntable for Christmas a few years ago. She used it, but if there's something wrong with it, I'd probably have to replace it. But it's something that I've been wanting to do anyway.
I would recommend
So
if you're going
Records
to
for
get
Day
a
for me
new
will
one,
probably be at
if you're going to get a newer one, get a direct drive. Don't get a belt drive, because that is just one more thing that can go wrong. Is the belt?
yes. Well, all of the ones we had growing up were belt drive. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
between the belts and the needles, and I spent a lot of money on my turntables when I was a kid because we had nothing else.
No.
So, next article, 35 years of Keith. And we've already mentioned Cool Keith briefly.
We have,
Ultramagnetic MC's Critical Beatdown
which is an incredible
came out 35
album.
years ago. We've done that record at least once.
Yes.
There's a couple of records we've done twice.
Yes, some intentional, some
wouldn't surprise-
unintentional.
But yeah, Cool Keith and the gang came out with Critical Beatdown 35 years ago. Said G, Mo Love, TR Love, and of course, Dr. Octagon, Fly Ricky the Wine Taster, Cool Keith, whatever he's going by today.
Yeah, back then though he was just the Wizard Cool Keith.
Underwear Pissy.
John said we're talking about belts and needles.
Might be
That's
my
what we're
favorite.
talking about here. I think we're talking about last season of American Horror Story. Or the
Well,
new Saw movie.
I'm not watching. I'm not watching this season.
She's not a main character, and she's
purposely-
fine.
I don't give a shit. I hate her. I wish she would die. Next.
Maybe she will in the show. Who knows?
No, that's not good enough. That the whole family needs to go away. But again, I digress. Before we get,
I'm losing
sanctioned
you
or
from-
whatever.
Yeah, they're already coming in because I'm losing you. Let's see. Ah, shit.
Yep, because I started losing you right there.
Yep. Hey, your turn. Go away. Come back.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Now, what the hell's going on today? I do blame Bill, though. Boop. And you're loading.
And loading. Okay, I'm
All right,
back.
can you hear me now?
I can.
Okay, and you're on time. So let's try whatever
Okay,
the fuck
well,
we were
for,
just talking
for now
about.
anyway.
Yes. Oh, critical beatdown. Cool Keith. All right. Shri. Where are you going? Shri. What was your mama?
My charger came unplugged. I was just plugging it back in. That's all.
All right, can you hear me now?
So, Critical Beatdown was one of the best records. Yes.
That was about a 6-second delay.
It's so stupid
What?
because
What the fuck?
I hear you, but it's a StreamYard thing today, man.
No,
Because my
I don't
connection
doubt
is
that.
good. Your connection is good,
Yeah.
but this is one of those ones where at the end of the show, when they give us that thumbs up or thumbs down thing, today's a thumbs down.
Yes. All right. We'll try again with a delay, and we'll do it with a 3. Who's your mama?
So yes, Critical Beatdown by Ultramagnetic MC. One of the records released back then. Some great songs on there. Give Drummer Some, Watch Me Now, and of course Ego Trippin',
Mm-hmm.
which, salute to Keith and Ced and Mo and TR for basically one of the better records of that era.
Oh, hell
So-
yeah. Let me see.
And if there was any record we could do a second time, it would be that one.
Place to be.
Next article. Stank you very much, he says.
Yes.
And then why did this? Yeah, that's what's like. John hit it on the head. We're having issues today with our technology, but it isn't anything on our end. It's
It's not. It's
stuff
in
out
the
of our
ether.
control. Well, I'm not talking about Ether. I'm talking about an album I did not think was going to be the biggest selling rap album in history. You could have given me
Yeah.
100 guesses.
And I'm wondering if
I
it's a
wouldn't have
double
guessed this
album,
one.
so they get twice the sale numbers, but still, it's not even their best album.
Officially the high, but it is their most radio friendly album.
Yes.
So there's probably where you're getting your push from.
You're
The
getting
highest selling album in rap history is now Outkast's Speaker Box, The Love Below. The double album, one is Speaker Box, one is The Love Below. It has sold a total of 13 million units domestically, according to the RIAA, as of September 29th. Passing, at the time, the greatest selling album was Eminem's The Eminem Show. Now, this is comes on the heels of this record celebrating its 20th anniversary. I can't believe we're old enough that Hey Ya is 20 years old.
Yeah.
Big Boy flaunted a plaque on Instagram writing special delivery just in time for the 20th anniversary. Over 13 million albums sold. Diamond and a 3.5, he wrote. What are your jams? And Outcast is everlasting. Stank you smelly much to all y'all. They really lean into that whole stank thing. They really do.
You kind of have to. Kind of like the Woo thing. We lean into that.
But the two, I like I said, this was the most radio friendly album. Hey Ya got a shit ton of radio play.
Mm-hmm.
The Way You Move got a shit ton of radio play. They both peaked at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. The album debuted at number 1. It was Album of the Year at the 2004 Who Gives a Fuck About a Goddamn Grammy. They took home wins for Best Rap Album, Best Urban Alternative Performance for Hey Ya. It's a year. So, I mean, it's a successful record. It's a decent record. Yeah. I had it, and I'm not a huge Outkast fan, but I had this one. But it's also, like you said, it's not even their best record.
No, that would be like you telling me that Tribe's greatest selling album was The Love Movement. You know, there's no way you're convincing me that that's a true statement.
Which it could be, but
it could be. I'm not looking into that, but I doubt it. But yeah, you could have told me that Aquemini had become the top selling, and I go, okay, this is just not the. But this does have the MC Hammer, please Hammer, don't hurt him, feel to it when it comes to the public, because it had Hey Ya,
right, which
crossed over everywhere in the world, to where you didn't have to be a Southern hip hop fan, and you could just say that Andre's a weirdo. I mean, that's a cool video.
But that was one of the first songs I remember from hip hop that was used in a lot of commercials too. Mm-hmm. You couldn't get away from that little wham, 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 I love the way you move. Yeah. And that was everywhere for the longest time. Speaking of Aquemini, that's celebrating its 25th anniversary. They're going to be pressing Aquemini will be pressed on 3 distinct gold galaxy, cloudy magenta, and cloudy green vinyls, housed in a gold foil jacket. Only 2,000 copies of this limited release are going to be made. I can't even imagine how much that's going to cost.
And I'm not buying one. Not that it's a bad album. I'm just not spending money on that.
No.
I'm not a fan in general of new albums, because I can get the same quality sound listening through Spotify, because it's just a digital recording pressed to vinyl. So if you're going to get vinyl,
which we talked about last week.
Yeah. If you're going to have vinyl, listen to old vinyl. If you want new vinyl, just listen to it on Spotify. It's cheaper.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Or buy the digital copy, whatever, if you want to support the artist.
Yeah. Yeah. Except for the fact that the digital copy, I wonder if you buy the vinyl, if they get more per pressing, because we all know how streams work.
Yeah, I'm saying you could go to their website and buy.
You could buy the digital copy,
right?
As opposed to just streaming it through a membership site like Apple Music or Spotify, where every time you play it, they get about 1/10 of a cent.
Yeah.
So
I heard Tidal used to give them more, but
yeah, but nobody listens to that. Hip Hop DX brings us our next article. The worst, as in like liverwurst.
Yeah.
And this comes to us from our good old friend, and I'll see if I can get the voice right. Funkmaster Flex Night.
Yes.
Apparently, Funk Flex comes out because he's got opinions, and he
does.
needs to share them.
He hopes people will hear them and then come and talk to him.
Yes. Apparently, it's not okay in the land of Funk Flex for a married woman like Jada Pinkett Smith
For
to
example,
mourn an old friend like Tupac if that friend happens to be a guy. I guess Jada recently reacted. We talked about the finally getting an arrest in Tupac's murder.
right, as the entire rest of the world was discussing at the time.
Yes. And Jada actually knew Tupac. They
Right.
met on her first day of high school. And she says, now I hope we can get some answers and have some closure. Rest in peace, Pac. There's nothing wrong with that message. And I'm not a Jada Pinkett Smith fan for the most part. I think she's
Right.
way too full of herself. But that's a nice little sentiment. You know, that was her friend. They've known each other since high school. She's happy that the guy got arrested. Maybe we'll find some answers in rest in peace. What is wrong with that message? Well, any normal person would say not a goddamn thing. But Funk Flex, who has to make everything about himself, decided to interject and basically went on Instagram, shared a screenshot of a TMZ headline about what Pinkett said, and said, "This is the worst type of woman. Always focused on an old guy. Stay focused on Will. He's alive in here."
Okay. I think she's focused on Will pretty much her day.
Yeah. Or whomever they allow each other to sleep with.
Yeah, or whoever. Yeah.
They have that weird relationship. But that being said, we've both lost friends in the past. We've lost friends, both male and female, in the past. I still, on anniversaries of passings, will mark down, that I'm still thinking of you, and that sort of thing. Nobody has any problem with it. Just don't tell Funk Flex we do it, okay? Because I don't need him coming after me saying that I'm the worst type. Because I'm the worst type of woman.
Yes.
that one's gonna go into the box. He's write it down.
It might have to. It's a little choppy, so you may be okay.
Would you like me to say it again?
Yes.
Because I am the worst type of woman.
I do sound like
There you go.
I'm a woman who knows what I want.
And the follow-up.
And the follow-up. I am the worst type of woman. And I admit it. But God, it just
Somewhere around here.
I don't understand the Funk Flex attitude toward this. I mean,
Or why?
everybody knows what kind of relationship Jada had with Pac. And, she said he was one of my best friends. He was like a brother. You get that kind of relationship like once in a lifetime. He was like a brother / father figure to me. So why is she not allowed to mourn his passing and be happy that they arrested?
Celebrate. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a strange flex from Funk Flex. Let's just put it that way.
Let me see if I can put this up on the screen. He's talking about the worst type of woman.
I thought I was the worst type of woman.
Hold on. Here, not that screen. Oh, it's because I'm not sharing my screen. I forgot. Hold on.
No, because it's the 14 reasons we thought we were lagging.
Yeah, here.
What you want? Huh?
Hey, knock it off. That used to be my girlfriend, all right?
I used to.
Choppy. Crappy. Try to get this to work right. I write down the time. I'm not taking it all out. 38 video.
About her.
Yeah, well, I thought we might be starting again.
Don't you already have a girlfriend?
Yeah, Veronica.
And what? You gonna dump her for that Kaylin chick?
Maybe.
I don't know, dude. That Kaylin chick's nice, but I see that Veronica girl doing shit for you all the time. I saw her rubbing your back, fucking come bring your food. Then I see her change your tire once.
Hey, I jacked up the car. All she did was unloosen the nuts and put the tire on.
Oh, no, she does a lot for you.
She's my girlfriend.
I had some girlfriends too, but all they wanted from me was weed and shit. Shit, my grandma used to say, what's better, fucking a good plate with nothing on it? No, wait, I fucked up. What's a good plate with nothing on it?
Meaning?
I don't know. She was seeing all that shit. She used to fucking piss herself all the time and shit herself. Come on, son, bro, let's get the fuck out of this fucking
There's
gym
a
floor.
purpose to this.
Get this fucking fat Dante, you cock smoker.
Talking about the worst
Yeah,
kind of
there's a
woman.
million fine-looking women in the world, dude, but they don't all bring you lasagna at work. Most of them just cheat on you.
Come on, limp dick.
Words of wisdom from Silent Bob. Talking about the worst kind of woman. He's gonna say not all women bring you lasagna at work. Most of them just cheat on you. But those aren't the worst
And
type.
that's why Silent Bob. No.
The worst type is the one who remembers her
Silent
friend
Bob is silent until he has
Bill
something very profound to say.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And that's the only time.
So
he speaks.
I gave you this next article as late. Yes, I gave this next article as late breaking news right as we closed the show last week.
Yes, everyone take note.
No more Indo.
Bill contributed to the show.
I got an update because I do have
Yeah.
some Google alerts set up on some certain things.
Yes.
And this came across. I'm like, no shit. We mentioned, God, earlier this year, probably just a few months ago, eh?
It was
That-
early this
that
year.
Snoop
'Cause I actually had some.
into
Cranky
this coffee
got
company.
some- Okay, you have to go away and come back,
Oh, for God's
or
sake.
I have to go away and come back. Somebody,
Just
hold on,
fucking
I'll do it.
scream.
You stay here, or you go.
All right. I came back. You can go.
All right, you stay here.
I'll stay here.
Okay.
Hello.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
4 seconds.
And that's basically what it's going to be this whole day.
Wait.
Well, we'll just make do with it.
We always do. I just may not release this to the radio stations this week. I may just send it to the
Yeah.
patrons and release it into the masses and let them suffer through it.
Yep.
All right. Let's come back in with this story with a Shree. What was your mama?
Next article, no more Indo. And I actually gave you this as late breaking news last week, right as we were signing off.
Yes,
So-
and then I immediately grabbed it and messaged it to myself so that I would have it and not forget, because the private chat goes away
So-
when we close the window.
Yes. And Bill actually contributed to the show other than
Yes.
just running my mouth.
Put it
So
on the calendar.
here's a Snoop scoop for you. Now, we did talk about this earlier this year, and as I looked down, it was March of this year we talked about it,
March.
because that's when this whole came out. Marcha.
Yes, and
Back
Cranky
in-
sent me this coffee. And I tasted it, and then I sent it back to him so that he could have it since he paid for it and all.
Right.
So I did sample this coffee.
And how was it?
It was Columbia.
It was okay.
Yeah.
Well, when you say it was Colombia, at first I was thinking, well, yeah, it's Colombian coffee, isn't it?
No, it was
But-
a little light in flavor for me.
Well, I know
Cranky
how.
also not impressed.
Yeah, I know how you are about your coffee. You like that rot gut stuff. So
Yes.
which is why, I mean, you were cutting your teeth on Navy coffee, which you have
Yeah.
to chew, by the way, from what I understand. But
It's good stuff.
Snoop's foray into the coffee biz has come to a very abrupt end. Back in March, he teamed up with an Indonesian businessman.
Yeah, that's always a
named-
good plan. Isn't that what Praz did?
We know how that worked out. Michael Riatti was his name. The name of the coffee brand was Indo XYZ. At the start of the summer, he stepped away, and it's just being reported now.
What's the guy's name? Michael what?
Riatti, Riady.
Isn't that the guy who was giving back hugs with Puffy?
I'd have to go back and look. I still don't know how that works. I guess, you know what that reminds me of now that I think about it? When you hug from both the front and the back and you're standing on the side, it's like that Fuck Your Feelings t-shirt where that guy is screwing the word feelings. That's kind of what it reminds me of. I don't know where that came from. But this premium coffee, in quotes,
needs to cost more.
offered trendy espresso martinis in a can, was launched back in March with a flashy campaign featuring Snoop as the face of the line.
And it worked because that's what got us, cranky to buy it, because it was a Snoop endorsed product and he was involved in the company, and just like Killer Coffee. The Killer Coffee was okay.
Yeah.
And they're still going, and Toastface is still part of it.
Apparently, this thing went kaput after 2 months.
And now is that 2 months after Snoop? Or is that 2 months while Snoop was still there?
Sources tell us Snoop exited after the brand's president, Albert Song, alerted the board, Albert, to alleged issues involving the management of Riatti. So Snoop this was before he left. Mm-hmm. Snoop got his legal team involved to investigate, and if you're Snoop, you better have a legal team.
Well, yes.
16 days.
You have a blunt roller on staff. You probably also have a legal team.
16 days to do their investigation. Snoop, after the 16 days, left the company, dropped all ownership and stake in the company, and basically said, "Nah, we out." Didn't offer a reason, just said,
"Pass.
We good, fam. We out." Albert Song also dropped out, basically saying kind of the same thing. He's like, working with Snoop and his incredible team on the launch of Indo was an amazing experience. I'm disappointed to see that journey end, but of course he's got a new brand. But Riatti says the split from Snoop was a disagreement over music. He said Snoop disagreed on music for marketing. And I'm thinking to myself, it's because how are they going to market this using the term Indo? Because that was talking about gin and juice, rolling down the street, smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice. Ain't no coffee in that song.
No.
So I think this guy was a snake oil salesman.
And
I think
murder
Snoop
was the case. No more Indo,
I think
gin and juice.
I think Snoop took 16 days to find out this guy was a snake oil salesman.
Yeah.
And like I said, Snoop's smart enough to be like, not for me. I'm out.
That's a S, a K, and a J.
You all lied to me.
Yep.
Last article of Hip Hop Headlines, Chronic Collectibles. Why does that sound like something you get at your local CBD store?
Or at KB stores.
I miss KB Toys.
Speaking, off topic, because we do off topic. While KB is dead, I hear that Toys R Us is making a return with a limited number of stores.
Yes, and they're also inside the Macy's stores in like the Galleria Mall. Mm-hmm. Their toy section is now basically co-opted from Toys R Us, and that's how it's marked in the store. Toys R Us by Macy's or something like that.
Yeah.
At Macy's, yeah. But yeah, I guess Jeffrey the Giraffe is coming back.
Well, he's grown up and he can run the company now properly.
Well, no, Jeffrey was the old one. It was, what was it? Jeffrey G and Baby G? Jeffrey, Gigi, and Baby G were the three.
Baby G, yeah.
So I guess maybe Baby G grew up and took over.
Yeah, he said,
Still
you ran this thing to the ground, I'm going to save it.
Now, I'm having a Mandela moment. Was Toys R Us, did they write the R backwards in that?
I believe so.
Because I can't remember if they did or not, but I seem to
No.
remember that they did.
Yes. In the sign, yes, it's
Yeah.
backwards. It's blue and backwards.
Okay.
And I
Okay,
believe
because that's one of those Mandela
if-
moments where
yes, if I am racking my brain, I believe the R was the only blue letter in the list because like they had different colors.
yeah, I think
Use like
what
green and orange and red or green and orange and yellow or whatever, but there was one. The R was backwards and blue.
yes, it is. And the rest of the letters were red, orange, green. And if you look at it quick, it just looks like Toys R Us.
Yes, Russ's Toys.
Russ's Toys. Yeah, maybe that's what it's coming back as.
Yes,
But yes, the R was backwards. And for one reason or another, I thought that it was, but then I'm thinking, no, maybe it's just one of those things where people remember that Mr. Peanut had a monocle or the Monopoly Man had a monocle, but only one of them does. I think it's Mr. Peanut. The Monopoly
I
Man
think
never
it's
had the
Peanut,
monocle.
yes. No,
But whatever. That's our completely off topic thing for
Yeah.
this morning.
because it has to happen.
And anyway, getting back to what we were talking about, Chronic Collectibles, Dr. Dre's The Chronic Masters Collectibles, fine art prints, skate decks, and apparel, and it's comes out to celebrate the 30th anniversary. And apparently, I'm disappearing and reappearing. So
You are.
So yes, the second drop of the Chronic Masters collection, which is a series of collectible merchandise. The first drop was released in June, I think, or going to be released next June.
That sounds
Highlights replicas of 3 standout session tapes. Made with potatoes and skins that are real. I don't think that's the way that song went.
You never know. Belts and needles and potatoes and skins.
And Toys R Us kids. And
Yeah.
so
It could be a great horror
I'm
movie.
wondering. Hey, Five Nights at Freddy's is coming out soon.
Yeah,
That
I'm
looks
gonna
like
see
an
that.
interesting movie.
I knew nothing about that except for my kids used to like follow those stories. But looks like a movie I'll see.
Yeah, I saw Exorcist Believer the other night.
And how was that?
The first half of the movie felt very much like the original Exorcist. Like even some of the scenes in the beginning, it started with the dogs fighting. Same
Right.
thing. There was a church bell that sounded exactly like the church bell in the original movie. I mean, it had a real feel to it. And then it kind of got away from that about halfway through the movie. I thought
you
the
don't
two...
want it to be you don't want it to be the same film, but you want it to be in the vein.
No, but I love the homage to the original in the first 20 minutes or so. I thought that was really cool.
I'll go see that one on recommendation. I'll see it because it was one of those I was hung up on.
And I thought the 2 kids who played the possessed kids really freaking good. Really good. Who is it? Leslie Odom Jr. is the main character in this movie.
Right, the dad of the
And he was really good. Surprisingly enough, there was another singer in the cast who I thought was really good too. Played the mother of the one possessed girl, was Jennifer Nettles from Sugarland.
Oh,
She
I know
was-
who you're talking about. I don't
she
know why,
was-
but I'm actually familiar with her.
She was really good too.
Good.
But it's not the same as the original.
No, it's not
It's-
supposed to be.
It's more of this all-inclusive, it can't just be a Catholic exorcism. There's got to be 2 or 3 different religions in this whole thing but in the end, and I don't want to spoil anything for you.
don't because I will see it.
The ending surprised me a little, but I'll just say that.
Good enough.
Anyway, back to Chronic Collectibles.
Chronic Collectibles.
Chronic Collectibles first drop replicas of 3 standout session tapes. The next drop dives deeper into the legendary album with a limited run of unique prints and memorabilia. The highlight of this new collection includes the Masters print. So the first one dropped back in June.
Okay.
This past June. This one just dropped October 2nd. So the second part of it just
my mom's
recently
birthday.
dropped. Happy birthday. Include the Masters print, which is an archival pigment print featuring imagery of the original Chronic Master tapes side A and B, which was photographed by Jeremy Deputat. There's additional prints called the Session Stacks. Basically, it's pictures of the Master
Masters.
tapes. Yeah.
It's just it's a cool idea. And if you're a big Dre fan or a big Chronic album fan, these would be really cool things to have and wear, and because they're in t-shirts.
You know who I could picture buying this stuff? Ronnie Mexico.
Yes,
because he loves to hang that kind of stuff on his walls.
He does. He's got his own Rock and Roll Hall of Fame at his house.
He really does. And I don't know if he's a big fan of this album. I know his favorite album was always the BDP album.
Right.
But you know, if he is a fan of this, and if you are a skateboarder, yes, there are skate decks as well for this sort of thing, if that's your thing.
We can get a Mr. Throwback Thursday skateboard deck made if we wanted to. I've investigated into things that we can put our logos on, and
well, that's all you. I've never been a skateboarder.
No,
my kids used to, but it's been a long time since they've been on one.
It comes with mounting hardware where you don't need the wheels and the trucks and everything. You can just get the deck with the image and the holes drilled through it, and you can mount it on your wall as art.
Yeah, they do that at Hot Topic or Zoomies or one of those type of stores in the mall. They have all that shit up on the wall. So anyway, if that's your thing, it's available. Just do a search for Chronic Collectibles.
And speaking of collectibles,
I can't tell you how much it costs, though.
No, you've got less than a week to order pre-order your Decade of Dumbassery mugs over at.
And I can tell you how much that costs.
How much is that?
That is $42.22.
It is $42.22. Add all those numbers together, and you get 10.
And that is why we came up with that number.
Yeah, because I can't control the numbers to make them meaningful. Because I don't know how many people are ordering, and I'm not ordering a bunch of extras just to get to a special number.
Right.
But I can control the price.
But you have less than a week. If you haven't gotten it, we will be throwing out blast social media posts.
Yeah, that's
to
the plan.
Get those last orders in.
And you all heard it. Bill is also going to do that.
Yes. How many do we have right now on rough numbers?
Rough numbers, we're at about 22.
Okay. Well, I'm ordering one. So
okay, 23.
A tree. And now I'll crack.
Just for the general collector public, we will also have 3 prototype mugs that we will be selling, and we will take the proceeds and donate them to UHHM.
Absolutely.
THHM.
The Hip Hop Museum.
Yes.
Right. All right, that's going to do it for Hip Hop Headlines. We made it through. We're going to take our first break of the day, and when we come back, we're going to have a little bit of woo news, then we're going to get into some music on Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 506. Bill gets the number right this time. 506. We'll take our first break, and we're coming right back.
Yay. Yeah. Oh, and the bowls, which
are completely separate entity.
Yeah. That was one of those things. I don't know if everybody who's here has heard about the bowls yet, because we just threw that out last week somewhere. We haven't done bowls since our original run of bowls.
Crock bowl.
Yes. Well, these will be a la bowls then. The nose will be different.
Yes.
It's the Good Day logo on a bowl. Different glaze than a mug, so you don't have to worry about posting them together. But it'd be cool if you guys got them and posted them together. There were 50 of the Good Day mugs, so we made 50 of the Good Day bowls. Hopefully, I won't get stuck with a ton of those sitting around. Because the last time anybody made a bowl, who can even remember? For those of you who are stoneware collectors. When was the last time you saw anybody make a bowl?
Other than ours, never.
Well, Saratoga Coffee Traders made one back in the day, or a couple of them back in the day, and then that coffee company out of Ohio, they made a couple. And I won't mention the coffee company name, but shout out to Fred. It was his birthday the other day.
Yes,
former patron.
Yes. We like Fred.
Yes, we do. Yeah, exactly. Well, we are not hugely popular either, Cranky, but no one really of note that we know has dropped a bowl in quite a while. So we're gonna drop one in the bowl, or we'll drop
like
two in a bowl.
Reference.
We'll drop
anytime I drop something in a bowl, it's in tightly wrapped coils.
And it is often a number 2.
That's and this is our second bowl.
It is.
Oh man, this is terrible. We have turned into poop talking.
Yeah, fecalphilia. Craig, right? Sunset Hill does show them when they
I'm
make
a clinically depressed fecophiliac. I'm Prozac. Yeah.
Yeah, it's called Fun with Feces.
Another South Park quote today. I don't know.
Yes. And a League reference, but you'll have to watch to catch that one. Fun with Feces.
Mm-hmm.
Me. All right, where am I? I need a drop.
I do.
How about? Well, yes, I believe we should do this one. Excuse me. Hit that over there. We'll come back over here. Yes, I'm actually looking forward to the bowls more than I am the mugs, but I think that's just because I have the prototypes here and I've already seen them done. Where the bowls are still,
and we haven't had a bowl in so long. So the bowls are,
no.
Yeah, the bowls are always a cool thing. When we got the Crocs the first time, they were better than what I thought they were going to be.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, and this whole stoneware journey, you were like, really? Are people going to buy that?
And that was one of our biggest sellers.
Yes.
People loved the bowls.
They do. All right. So what's the score of the Jacksonville game? Were they beating
the
Buffalo?
Bills game?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's take a look.
I believe I picked Buffalo to win, but I believe Jacksonville's going to win. And I should really stop going against what I believe.
I don't think Jacksonville's been so. It's 11-7 right now at the half.
Who's winning?
Jacksonville.
So the potential
11-7.
That's a dumb score.
Mm-hmm.
Did they go for a 2-point conversion?
I was going to say, I'm wondering if it's a touchdown and a 2 and a field goal. So, well, if it's a safety, whoever's got the Jacksonville defense. Yeah, whoever's got the Jacksonville defense is very happy if that's the case. So,
I had a defense win for me last week.
Yeah, I lost last week. Let's see.
Because just as I said, we shouldn't have defenses.
Touchdown. Josh Allen passed to Stephon Diggs. That's how they scored. Okay, let's take a look at the other driver. Field goal. Touchdown. 2-point attempt converted. Yes, they scored a touchdown. Trevor Lawrence passed to Zay Jones for a 6-yard touchdown. And then Travis Etienne with a 2-point conversion. Whereas that's who I use for my name in the Briscoe Sanders.
Yes.
Travis Etienne, remember? Because it's Mac Etienne.
I didn't change my name over there this year because I liked my name.
Your name was good, so.
It's Mean Joe Preem in that league.
Yes.
All right. Are you prepared for the Woo?
Never. But that's,
Good.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, I'm going to hit you with a drop, and then we'll get into the woo, woo, woo. And we'll do that with a string.
Mm-hmm.
Woo's your mama? I know why.
No screen share.
Got it. I know. It's so weird because I always have it turned on.
Yeah, but because it was lagging so much, it makes
Right.
sense. Okay. All right, so you can share the screen, play it, and then drop it again. And then,
Yes. Let's do this one more time.
and then remember to bring it up before we do music.
Yes. Let's do this with a shree. Woo's your mama?
Now back to the nest at the foot of the tree. One for the hype MC, the cool in me, the Kim, the coolin'. I'm a slave for no man.
What up, y'all? This is Cool Kim, aka NY All the Ideal. Y'all remember me, man? Cool Kim, UMCs, Blue Cheese, all that. Yeah, man. And I'm back, baby, and I'm chilling with Jamie and Bill on Mr. Throwback Thursday, the only old school classic hip hop show that matters. That's it, man. That's it.
Yo, 1 2 1 2 1 2. What's good, yo? This is good, yo. This is Ghost Face Staten Island, New York. And right about now, it's time for Woo News with Jamie and Bill. I know what it is. Get it correct. Mr. Throwback Thursdays. Jamie and Bill. You know what I mean? On Woo News. That's what's going down right now. Y'all check this out. Exclusive. Peace.
The RZA, the Jizza, Raekwon, Master Killer, Inspector Deck, you got, Method Man, Ghostface Killer, an old dirty bastard.
It's now time for Woo News with Mr. Throwback Thursday.
Shimmy on it.
Welcome back, Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 506. It is indeed time for Woo News. We have two pieces of Woo News for you this week. The first one, see if I can get the timing right on it. ANGEL Dust Man.
Yes.
Which, it's funny to me because they mention it in the article as well. It's angel dust. Now, dust is usually thought of as dry and in the air or on, whatever. But the nickname for angel dust is wet. I ain't never seen wet dust.
Have you ever seen moist dust?
Wet dust would be a good name for a British band, though. Better than hot tuna.
It might be. Hey, don't mess with hot tuna.
Dude, have you ever eaten
around here?
Have you ever eaten hot tuna?
Yes, I have had. Not
I'm not a tuna melt fan.
No, I'm not either. But I've had it. I'm also not a hot tuna casserole fan, but I've also had it.
No, I'm not a fan of that
I've also had, long ago and far away, in my early days, tuna helper. Not a good thing. But when you are low on funds,
that's what you get.
You
sound
tuna helper.
You sound like Cousin Eddie. They call it hamburger helper, but we think it tastes just fine without it.
No, there is actually. I don't even know if it still exists. I don't know if tuna helper exists anymore.
I don't think so. I haven't seen it.
I know there's chicken helper.
I don't even remember chicken helper. And now you're going to make me look. But anyway, the reason
tuna helper because I had the cheesy pasta one.
Yes. No, you can still buy Betty Crocker's tuna helper online.
Nice.
That's crazy. Amazon has it. Anyway, let's get off of that topic. The whole thing came about because we're talking about angel dust. And the reason we're talking about angel dust, Vibe magazine brings us our first article of Woo News. Clifford Smith Jr., who is professionally known as, admits that, first of all, that many of the Wu-Tang were on the wet.
I don't like that Method Man admits that other people, you can't do that. That's not admitting. That's ratting.
Yes. But he admitted that not only was he on it, but he dropped the name of his supplier.
Yes.
And his supplier is one of those MCs that we talk about as not getting the recognition he deserves for being a dope MC, and that is the late Big L.
Yes, and for slinging dope, apparently.
Yeah. Seemingly on multiple occasions, he supplied Method Man with his wet. He goes, yeah, he used, basically he says, well, check this. Big L used to sell me my wet, admitting this was on Nori and DJ Effins' show. They had no idea what it was. So he said, yeah, Big L used to sell me dust. By the way, I'm not going to lie to you. I think that's the first time I've ever been shocked like that, said Nori. Yeah, he goes, yeah, it's crazy. Why would you come out and throw that out there? I mean, I love meth. I do.
Well,
but
I can see if it's like, hey, you got any crazy stories from back in the day about Big L? Okay, let me tell you about this time.
Yeah. Oh, man. I'm not surprised that the Wu uses some sort of hallucinogenic inspiration because you can kind of hear a little of that in some of their lyrics. But again, Big L is deceased, can't defend himself. I just don't know whether or not that's one of those things that should have been aired out.
Yeah.
Let that secret go to the grave with him.
Take it with you.
I mean, God knows the minute I die, Jamie's going to be taken to social media and going, Bill was a very assertive woman. He knew what he wanted. And he was
like a very assertive lady. I'm a woman who knows what I want.
And about my likes and my desires and, the things I like. And the fact that by next week, I'm sure there's going to be a button that just says I'm the worst type of woman.
Well, maybe it'll link into Silent Bob saying, maybe Bill will make you lasagna. I don't know.
I make a pretty good lasagna, first of all. I do it in a crock pot. There's a recipe for that. Zartificial Intelligence is the next article.
Yes,
first
it is.
of all, that's a great name. I don't
That's the name
care
of
what
the
anybody
album.
says. I know it is. They come up with the best names. Czarface is one of the, in an era where where hip hop is not nearly as creative as it used to be, and a lot of it sounds like, the trap music and all that stuff. Czarface is such a nice throwback to how it used to be and the creativity. I mean, even if you knew nothing else about the band, this would be one of the ones we would get because of the album covers.
Oh, most definitely.
Because their album covers
Lamore
are
Supreme
sick.
does all their album art, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, their album covers are sick.
Yes.
Zartificial Intelligence. That is a new record by Czarface. And in case you don't remember who Czarface is, it's 7L Esoteric and Inspect the Deck from the Woo.
Yep.
Which is why it's in Woo News. Basically, they got together in 2013. They've released, for the most part, an album a year since then.
Yeah.
Which is pretty impressive.
And before they're
announcing another one.
Before they inked their new deal, it was independent.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for them to be where they are in in your favorite word, in the zeitgeist, all on their own, they're not just
impressive
dropping albums. They have action figures. They have collectible statues. They've got all kinds of shit. It is a grassroots growth for real, not like one of these what they call industry plants who seems like a grassroots growth.
Yeah. And it helps that they're all ridiculously talented.
Artificial
Intelligence
is the year one year.
Well, you know what? You cannot underestimate the importance of that either. It features
is also a
contributions from Cool Keith, Logic, Godfather Don, Frankie Pulitzer, and Nems. A vinyl-only bonus track edition of Artificial Intelligence is being released on Record Store Day. So that one may be on Jamie's must-get list.
That is 100%. That is my...
I can't even imagine how much that's going to cost, but...
It's right there.
I mean, just look at that album cover for those who are watching the feed. I love that
should have been
comic book feel to all their album covers.
Yes.
It says the new album comes equipped with chaos, order, and everything in between, said Esoteric. It's like a swirling vortex of cosmic carnage, but we bring it down to earth in places. We are, after all, in a new era. I hope what we made resonates with the people.
Yes.
And they shared the lead single, which is called You Know My Style.
Yes, that's the one with Nems. And there's a line
I do
in
too,
that.
yeah.
Yep. I don't know how many of you follow the NBA and actually watch games. Steph Curry drives my wife nuts because he's always walking around with his mouthpiece like back in his molars and hanging out his mouth,
hanging out,
chewing on it. Yeah. So
yeah.
There's a line. He said, "It's esoteric," and I want to say the line is, "He reached to give me dap, and I leave him hanging like Steph Curry's mouthpiece." I'm like,
that's fit.
Wow. Yeah. So
I just love some of the words they come up with. I mean, look at some of these titles. Zarkamedes. Track number 7, Zarsenic. Track number 13, Live from Zarnigi Hall. That's just
featuring
it's simple, but it's brilliant. Cool Keith, of course. And that is the Record Store Day bonus track. That's only on the vinyl that's coming out on Record Store Day. Yeah. So
I wish
you'll have that.
To play, You Know My Style on this week's show, but you will get it. Mm-hmm. It's just we already have an old to the new reserve for this week.
Yes. Yeah. That's why we said in the beginning there's other new music too, but we already had our old to the new for this week. So we're going to stick with our guns because the old to new for this week is very good.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, Czarface's new album. Talked to Jamie on Black Friday just to see if he got it.
Yep,
because I know he's going to.
If I'm at Freshtopia and B has one there and I can scoop it, I will take a picture of it in Freshtopia, showing that it's there.
With B, because we need more B sightings. Let's get some music, shall we? ODB is still dead. You got still terrible. That's the rest of Woo News. Let's get to some music because we have our tragedy Gaddafi moment of the week with our one and done. Our one and done came to us in 1988. Now we've talked about 1988 as the greatest year in hip hop.
Yes.
Somehow this one never makes the list of records that came out in 88.
An unsung album.
So we're going to find out if that was an omittance by error or an omittance by design. So in 1988, a record came out by Tall, Dark, and Handsome. And it is called Tall, Dark, and Handsome. And produced by...
There's a track on the album called Tall, Dark,
and Handsome. Yes, but it's not the lead track, which is probably why this is a true one and done, because I don't think that they had a second one.
No.
I don't see any record of anything else. I've got 3, 6, 9 tracks on this record.
Damn, she's fine. Yes. That's
track number 1, and John's going to be upset because there's no intro. Call It What You Wanna.
Well, what if I want to call it an intro?
Yo, my name is Mr. Delirious.
Wow.
I know this is my partner Chill, but once again,
partner?
We're from the Boogie Down Bronx, the West Side. We getting paid in full on the strength and who we smoking with Cool Money Ray, the DJ. KG and the 45 Kings cook up this funky fresh beat. We rolling with Red, There's no more to be said, so let the beat play. Yo, partner, can we do this? Yo, it can be done. Yo, for the
So tall, dark, and handsome. Let's just get it's 3 guys, of course. Tall, dark, and handsome. They were a group from the Bronx, comprised of MCs Boo Love, who was tall, Delirious KD, who was known as dark, and DJ Money Ray, who was known as handsome. So there is your tall, dark, and handsome. I don't know their personalities. I don't know if they were dicks, and they might have dreamed that they were hard. But
You're a very assertive lady. I'm a woman who knows what I want.
I just like the fact that he used the word partner in the first part. Track number 2, When Money on the Mix. And to be honest with you, I kind of felt the vibe of that first track. I did. It felt very 88 to me, but more fun 88.
But but 88 was good though.
If you're blue and you don't know where to come to, why don't you come where action sits? Where money's on the mix.
Little putting on the hits takeoff. Putting on the Ritz.
Putting on the Ritz.
Money Ray is on the mix.
This was a big thing in the 80s though.
Look at with your wrist. And if he sees a fly girl, he will scoop her on the strip. Because my DJ Money's not a party pooper. He's super duper. And yes, you'll find the funky rhyme will fall on time. When Money Ray is on the
This was a very, very big trend in 80s hip hop though.
Yes.
You know, Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince using Sanford and Son, using I Dream of Jeannie. You know, there was a lot of 60s and 70s TV shows and stuff like that twisted to fit a hip hop song. And this type of music too, like the Jazzy Jeff.
It has a Jazzy Jeff feel.
Yeah. And Cash
again,
Money
that's
Mar
that
with Mar.
fun, light drum led sound as opposed to the mean Public Enemy feel. You know, this felt like it could have been radio friendly.
Yeah, this is something you would have heard outside of Red and Chuck.
Yes,
but also on Red and Chuck. Yeah, John's DJ Introduction has added this because we could call it what we wanna, and we called it an intro.
There you go. See, we just took our cue from the title. Track number 3, Fake Fly Girl.
Not a fake fly girl.
Hey, yo, you know I'm so tired of all these girls calling me a tramp. Word, you know what I'm saying?
Tramp.
So we gonna have to do a little something for all the homework. Now, fellas, what you gonna do when the party's through? And you wanna swing home with 1 or 2 black girls? Yeah, it seems hard to do because they're playing the role and they don't want you. Now you're sitting there shaking and it makes you think your fingernails might be dead or your breath might stink. You're humming and slumming, you ain't got a dime, or you antiperspirant working overtime. So you're trying to
He dragged out that antiperspirant.
He did.
Working
He
overtime.
did. Track number 4
It's
in
like
the.
he's trying to make it fit into the METHOD. He's
Yes.
it's like me every week. How can I make this fit? Antiperspirant. Yeah, that'll work.
Track number 4 in the long line of songs with female names as titles. Joyce.
Sounds you are about to hear have obscene language and violence. Due to certain situations, we can only play this at night. Parental discretion is advised.
Rated X. Just when you thought it was safe to get late, it's Joyce. The original Joyce. Yo, you from the old school Joyce. The original. I tried education to the gauntlet stop as I was shaking and the baking at a disco place. And I seen this ugly bitch looking right in my face. So I turned around trying to.
So is her name Joyce? Or is it Joyce?
Well, if she's Joyce, then she's probably friends with
Ross.
Ross and Hump and and Steve and all these other names that Mo D was throwing out at us. Track number 5. We don't need crack.
We're gonna crack
good.
it up. Oh, no, that was last week.
Do something. We don't need crack to get the party jumping. Hit it up. came here tonight, not to put a fight. Came to dance and enjoy yourself. Am I right? So tell me what's this ball that you're trying to pull? Trying to be all that, and we know you're full of it. We know the deal, so let's get it for real. Man, you ain't it.
His voice sounds a little bit like Play.
Oh yeah, I can see that. And I don't know which one that is, but he don't need crack.
He don't need crack. Track number
don't need
6.
to crack it up.
No. So he says, "Don't give me that. Me don't want that. Don't give me that. Me don't want no crack. Crack."
Crack.
Track number 6. The Bronx is back. I didn't know it went anywhere.
Yeah.
Keep faking, suckers flaking, so we keep breaking. All fake mobsters, crabsters, and lobsters. We're coming right and exact because the boogie down Bronx is back. That's right, Jack. The Bronx is back. Get up, clap your hands. The Bronx is back. Everybody in the place. The Bronx is back. West side in the back. From the Bronx. From the Bronx.
Last one's KRS-One.
The Bronx is back. You better listen up, Jack, as we came strapped with the brand new attack. We got the knack of the
That's a very
rack.
Dr. Ice sound there.
Now what do you want? Crack.
Yes. Track number 7. The title track. Tall, dark, and handsome.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing New York's newest rappers, Tall, Dark, and Handsome. Tall, Dark, and Handsome. Strength, who are we? Tall, dark, and handsome. Fresh in the flesh by 88. Tall, Dark, and Handsome.
Tall, Dark, and
Young
Handsome.
ladies, you want to
Yeah, I get a very Dr. Ice feel from him. I didn't pick it up until late.
Mm-hmm. Track number 8. Last of the Great Ones. You know what? I'm not disliking this record.
No, not at all.
like to know, are you really ready for some super dynamite soul? You know what? I can't even meant to have you tripping, skipping, turbo rap that'll keep you dipping. I got a nut that'll move the butt. Undercut is money right and there'll be no lipping. They do it up, play your bounce, see the KD snap the T with my DJ Money Ray. We go back and forth and back. You won't slack, bounce a back when we attack. Jack, yo, it's no test and it's not a drill. I'm about to make you shake your butt for real.
This is not a test.
Track number 8. Or track number 9, I should say. Last track on the record. My Love Tune. Because every album in these had one of those.
My Love Tuna Helper.
To all the ladies of the world, I'm Money Ray, and I'm proud to say, Tall, Dark, and Handsome, we are all lovers. And if you have any doubts in your mind, just give us a chance, and I know we can work it out. I know we can make it. I know darn well that we can work it out. I know we can make it. I know darn well that we can work it out.
That she's wise with healthy thighs. Ma can't get over those bedroom eyes. She's so fly, every man will try to make a nature rise up. The girls despise her. She's the queen and nothing less. When she's pumping, I'm jumping at her request. Yes, and I'll admit this much is true. I have a crush on you, and my name is Boo.
His name is Boo. Not Mick Boo.
Boo.
That's a whole different guy.
He's X-rated.
I've heard that.
Tall, Dark, and Handsome. With Tall, Dark, and Handsome, you're one and done for episode 506. A record that was much better than I anticipated when I first saw it, because it was one of those, who in the blue hell are these guys? But no, that was an enjoyable listen. I dug that. It's time now, though, for our record of the week. And our record of the week comes to us from a group we have mentioned in the past, but not very often.
No.
Usually it's part of an article where they get mentioned along with other people. I don't know necessarily we've done anything on them specifically, and I know for sure, well, I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure we've never done any of their records at all. They only have 2, so...
Well, yeah.
And I don't think we did the first one. I'd have to look though.
I think we did the first one.
Did we? I'll have to look. I'll do a search on the website in just a bit. 1988 again brought us this record, running 45 minutes. 45 minutes and 47 seconds long on Capitol Records, produced by Ted Courier, which is maybe the whitest name we've come up with in a long time.
It's up there.
The name of the record is Romeo Knight, which kind of sounds like a wrestler's name. It is the third and final album by Boogie Boys.
Yes.
Which this record followed the departure of Lil Raheem after the second record. The remaining Boogie Boys, which were Boogie Knight and Romeo JD.
Yes. Hence the name of the album.
Romeo Knight. I've got 12 tracks on this record.
As do I.
Track number 1, again, not an intro. This Is Us.
Let me talk about a little reverse psychology. How people try to make you think you gotta be hard in order to enjoy rap and enjoy yourself. Well, we're the Boogie Boys, mainly Romeo Knight, and it's a little different than that when you come around our way. You don't have to get bugged out or act ill or shoot up the party to have fun. We into having good and clean fun. And if you down with that program, then you down with us. My man Romeo JD, I am MC Boogie Knight, and we gonna do a little something like this. For all the people in the house that like that peace, put that hand in the air, y'all. If you're in the peace, say ho!
And he hears that.
Let's see. Track number 2 is Kick It.
Lick it, a fresh bit, flick it, a whack shot, stick it, a deaf girl. Kick it. Kick it. Kick it. Kick it. My name is Boogie Knight, he's Romeo JD, and now he will MC. Well, this is the deal, and the deal is for real. I refuse to conceal the special ways that I feel about a girl. Real cutie, pretty eyes, that's booty, like a queen. Sheer beauty, do you mean? Yes, it's my duty to dazzle and daze and mentally phase, find ways to amaze her, charm and praise her, not with the whole.
Charm and praise her.
We did Boogie Boys' first record, City Life, back in episode 394.
Nice. Is that the one with Fly Girl?
I think, I don't remember if that was on City Life or if that was on Survival of the Freshest. I'd have to look to see if we did that one.
It might be on Survival of the Freshest, because I remember having that album.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I had City Life.
Track number 3, Pitbull.
This song is worldwide.
I'm sure it is.
On the rap, Boogie Nights like a pit bull. I bite on to the beat, I don't let go. By the way, RK has got pull. Go Boogie Night, go Boogie Night, go.
I'm like a pit bull attack, rip my rap, I will. Chomp all dirty dogs up just for a thrill. All German shepherds are in deep check, and the Doberman gang, they give me big respect. I don't be on the corner, I'm gonna wanna be the tip-top dog, the Mr.
I don't pee on the corner.
Track number 4, Body.
The body consists of sexy things, including the skin for all eyes to behold. Their shoulders and thighs, butts, and you know what? Stories about the body that I never told. Like a story about Mary, she almost died from disease her body had inside. She lost her boyfriend, poor thing, she cried.
From a disease her body had inside.
Track number 5, Peep It.
K-E-4-B, oh yeah, and say check it out. But check it out, it's played when you speak it. Ooh say, ante, the ante, ute, alte, all of, ooh yay, ute. Peep it, girlie, peep it, fella, peep it, it's on time, peep it, and peep the rhyme, y'all, peep it, girlie, peep it, fella, peep it.
Girly. Fella.
Track number 6, the title track, Romeo Night.
The disease is gone like Hercules was strong. Again, my friend, it's Romeo Night. We're the Boogie Boys, getting paid, we're employed. Romeo JD, Boogie Night, kid the light, kid the light, kid the light, kid the light, kid the light.
That sounds very Boogie Boys right there. I mean, if you go back and listen to their last album, that's their sound.
Yes, very much. Track number 7, I'm Coming.
I'm coming. So it's not an El DeBarge album?
It kind of sounded like it. Track number 8. Well, this is a DeBarge sounding song. I'm a lover. As opposed to Harvey Levin. I'm a lawyer.
I'm a lover, y'all. I'm a lover, y'all. All right, I do things correct and undercover, y'all wrong. Now my name is Romeo and it's not hard to bear it, 'cause I earned it and I learned it at the shoe it's fair. So I try to do what I'm supposed to find a girl that I want to get close to.
He'll be chilling.
Track number 9, Home Girl.
Say what? I can never ever diss my home girl. I can never ever diss my home girl.
Get on up.
I can never ever diss my home girl. I can never ever diss my home girl. My home girl, she's my home girl. My home girl, she's my home girl. My home girl, she's my home.
Okay, so far I can write this.
Yo, what's up? My home girl, she's my home girl.
I could too, and that's saying something.
She's my home girl. My home girl.
She's my home girl.
Track number 10, Pussycat. Pussy
Not
spelled
bacon.
very strange. No, not Pussy Bacon. That was something completely different.
She's all that. I'm messing with this girl, she's a pussycat. She can never be whack, she's all that. She wears the tighter pants sex outside, but no, the girl is not a freak. She acts and dresses like a pussy cat, and everybody and their mother are on the strap.
Everybody and their mother are on the strap. Giving back hugs.
Track number 11. We already mentioned Willie Nelson. This one's called Always on My Mind. I don't think it's the same song.
You never know.
We've been away from each other for quite a while now. I never expected for things to come out this way. Someday. You're always on my mind. You're always on my mind. And you're always on my mind. You're always
It's on my mind.
You sure this isn't an El DeBarge album?
I am sure of nothing at this point in 1988.
No. Last track, Rise Up. When are these colonies gonna rise up? Oh, sorry, that's Hamilton. I'm sorry.
What it look like? What it look like? Yo, Bing! What it look like? When you're feeling kinda low and your life is going slow, sometimes you gotta show you can grow, keep the glow. Rise up, rise up, rise up. Get off of your butt.
Wash your butt.
But don't you get divorced from the source, reinforce.
Rise up, rise up. Off of your butt. Buffalo butt.
You know, what a perfect way to end this record. A record that really couldn't decide what it wanted to be honest with you. Romeo Night by Boogie Boys, your record of the week for episode 506. I don't see where anything was released as a single, and I don't see where anything charted. So
I would never believe such a thing.
At least the record, or at least the One and Done, knew what it wanted to be and kind of stuck to what it was at its core. And this record, every other track felt like it wanted to be something different. And
yeah. And I believe part of that is because they, at that point, they didn't have an identity because they had lost members.
I was about to say, I wonder if it's because the one guy left right before this and probably in flux. This ended up being their last record. So after this, they probably were like, this ain't going anywhere anymore. So
this is not working the way we wanted it to work.
But
so let's not do this no more.
They got 3 more records than we had. So
true.
But that
one
is,
of them is, Fly Girl is a giant hit.
It is. Romeo Night by Boogie Boys, your record of the week for episode 506. We'll remind you that the One and Done was Tall, Dark, and Handsome with Tall, Dark, and Handsome. Your artist of the month for October is Tupac, the subject of Funk Flex's scorn towards Jada Pinkett Smith. So go check out some Tupac this month. And before we take our final break of the day, we promised you an old to the new.
We did.
And we're delivering on that. We have an old to the new from friend of the show, Cool Kim. It's called Don't Talk No More.
Yes, and you can't just get this anywhere. It's not like I can't share this link on Spotify with you guys because this is not available yet. It's for most of you, this could be a Mr. TBT world premiere.
Exclusive.
Yes. So, thanks Cool Kim for letting us get a hold of this.
Mm-hmm.
And let's check it out.
Hey, yo, Mark, can I talk to him, though? Yeah! Some of these cats need they jaw tap. Why you shut, take a long nap. Don't wanna talk no more. Miller Mac in the backpack. And despite that, that. Lay flat face down on the floor. Y'all too silly, y'all really go in. Boy, scary, yo, don't compare me, I'm damning them. Your little devils ain't on my level, you'll never win. Never was, never could, never ever been. Yeah, imagine me and actually, you can end up dead up a casualty. Keep your head up, guess what it had to be? A little laughter after the bloodbath to come after me. Yeah, sign sealed, deliver it, never get realer. Chrome 9 at the small of my spine, silverback gorilla. I go out of my mind, the sound of a thriller, and you'll find that my landmine designed to kill you. I am different, I'm going up, I'm lifted. Pick your interest, bout the bus, I'm twisted, unrestricted. Get that work, I flipped it. You're a in an instant. Somebody's cast need they short tap. Why you shut, take a long nap? Don't wanna talk no more. Then the Mac in the backpack, and despite that, lay flat face down on the floor. Somebody's cast need they short tap. Why you shut, take a long nap? Don't wanna talk no more. Then the Mac in the backpack, and despite that, lay flat face down on the floor. Automatic, systematic, matter-ratic, money addict, getting at it, I has to have it. Whip out the ratchet, rhymes ripping, I'd rather rap it. Quite dramatic, kids napping, get held captive. Self-service, I do for self a specific purpose. Manipulate them, I kinda hate them, I think them worthless. They be less, they be S, just be stressed. But I ain't stressing, I'm manifesting, speed blessed. Would you believe it? I'm so strategic and undefeated. Would you believe it if I conceive it and then achieve it? Could you receive it, or would you just call me conceited? It doesn't matter, so cut and shatter, you'll never beat it. Beat it. No one wanna be defeated. If that got the door completed, you can walk a mile in my shoes, you'll lose, I've seen it. Yo, this Titans about to be fighting. Yeah, don't talk no more. Somebody's cats need the short time. Why you shut, take a long nap? Don't wanna suck no more. Minute Mac in the backpack, and despite that, lay that face down on the floor. Somebody's cats need the short time. Why you shut, take a long nap? Don't wanna suck no more. Minute Mac in the backpack, and despite that, lay that face down on the floor. Lay flat face down on the floor. Lay flat face down on the floor. Down on the floor. Yeah, don't talk no more. Somebody's cats need the short tap. Why you shut, take a long nap? Don't wanna talk no more. Been the Mac in the backpack, and despite that, lay flat face down on the floor. Somebody's cats need the short tap. Why you shut, take a long nap? Don't wanna talk no more. Been the Mac in the backpack, and despite that, lay flat face down on the floor. Somebody's cats need the short tap. Why you shut, take a long nap? Don't wanna talk no more. Been the Mac in the backpack, and despite that, lay flat face down on the floor.
That's a nice listen. I love the way that was structured.
Yes.
The lyrics were really good. I picked up a little MJ shout out in there, which I don't know if anybody else picked up on that, but that is a good record by a classic artist who kept the classic roots but yet modernized it enough. The production on that was really good.
Yeah.
What a nice, great job by Kool Kim. Yeah, I'm a fan of that.
Yes. No, we need more. We need a full album of Kool Kim, today. So Kim, if you're listening today, it would be nice to have a new album.
And if not today, tomorrow. I understand we're giving you late notice.
But fine.
Yeah. But no, that was
Jaws tat. Don't want to talk no more. And it's silly. One of my favorite parts of that whole song is yay. Just like in the back. I just love that. It flows really nice.
It does. Like I said, the structure of that was really good. The way the lyrics were kind of patterned out was really, really throwback-ish to me.
Yes.
I dug
kind of what we do here.
I dug the shit out of that record. So big ups to Kool Kim for Don't Talk No More.
And thanks for letting us have it once again.
Absolutely. You're old to the new for episode 506. We're going to take our final break of the day. I will read some lyrics. We'll probably update you on a little foosball, and then we're going to put a bow on episode 506 of Mr. Throwback Thursday. One more shout out, Kool Kim. Awesome record, man.
Yes. Yay.
I did, man. I dug the shit out of that.
Don't want to talk no more. I listened to it like 9 times before. Because I got it on Thursday.
Lying flat face down on the floor.
No, it works.
It does work. It's really well put together. Which
it works much better than
the new search record.
Look, okay, while we're on a quick break here, I want you to pull up your Instagram because I sent you a message last night because I saw a post of his. I sent it to you and to, a mutual friend of ours so that they could also review it.
Here's a chat from Jamie. Let's see. Send
Yeah.
It's a simple request.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I put out this record. It's a vibe, right? And I got a lot of positive feedback about it. And the thing is, it's a real club record, but I'm not really outside like that. So I recognize that the song is really up-tempo. It's really good. It's a vibe. But the record's not really a record that's supposed to be played at like the peak of the night. Like, you're not going to hear the record when a Busta record comes on, or a Fat Joe record comes on, or a Drake record comes on, or a Nas record comes on. Like, it's not that type of vibe. What I describe it to DJs is it's the best song before the last song of the night. I'm not outside like that. You know what I'm saying? But when I am outside, people that hear the record, especially when I ask the DJ to play it as the song before the last song of the night, I'll go over, buy the DJ a drink, or if it's somebody I know, we'll laugh and we'll talk about it. But when they play it as the song,
we also laugh when we talk about it.
They get a really good reaction. People usually walk up and go, "Yo, what record was that?" Or I'll introduce the record, and people get a good response. So I'm asking all of y'all, whoever watches,
Here's where it gets.
do me a favor. Instead of replying thumbs up or fire emojis or appreciate it or whatever comments you're gonna make, right? Good or bad. Instead of that, do me a favor. Just post video of you going up to the DJ, telling the DJ that my song is just a vibe, right? Is really a great song before the last song of the night. And if you're gonna be there when they play the song before the last song of the night, just show me that the record played and show me the reaction. If people don't like it, they don't like it. You don't have to post it. If people like it, post it. I'm just keeping it real. Like, I don't need to see people not liking it.
Not keeping it real.
Do that. Like,
If people don't like it, I don't want to know.
They didn't like it. It's okay. But if they liked it, post it. Because, the truth of the matter is, this is how the music business works. When you're signed to a label, the label has people that go out and they promote to the different DJs that they know. A lot of y'all who follow me on this, we grew up together in the music business. We know each other. You know DJs. You run playlists. You are part of the music business to this day. I'm just saying, if I'm wrong, it's fine. I don't mind being wrong. But I think it's a really great song before the last song of the night. So I'm asking all of y'all, if you're out or if you're a DJ, just try it. Play It's Just a Vibe, right? As a song before the last song of the night. I hope you get a great response. If not, you don't ever have to play it again. And again, that's okay. I appreciate you listening. I appreciate you letting me share my thoughts, and hopefully you can share my music, right? Peace.
Yeah, I'm not posting that only because, like, half of the people in the comments on that thing, I'd like to hear a version without the auto tune. He says,
"Yeah, that's okay." We're in here talking trash about Search. The song isn't a bad song. It's not a song we would play here because it's more of a sing-songy, auto-tuned.
Yeah,
like we're not playing T-Pain songs on here. Who actually can sing without the auto-tune? He just doesn't. So he posts this video saying, "Hey, go up and request my song, and if the people don't like it, don't show me that video because I don't want to know. I'm keeping it real, but I don't want to know if people don't like it."
Yeah, then that's kind of not the definition of keeping it real.
No. Look, we've played Search's new stuff on here.
We played some of his really good new stuff.
Yes, but okay, we're keeping it real with him. We're not going to play it because we don't like it.
Yeah, that one was a miss. Look, even the great ones stubbed their toe. Ric Flair said it himself. That one is just not our vibe. Doesn't mean other people aren't gonna. It's not our vibe, right?
So yeah,
It
if you want to listen to
doesn't
Surgeons,
mean
it's called
other
It's Just
people
the
won't
Vibe, right?
dig it, but
yeah,
it's I didn't dig it. I don't like auto tune for the most part.
No.
To me, it seems like it's a cheap way to make up for a lack of talent. I don't like it when talented people do it. I can't
Like I
stand.
said, T-Pain can sing his ass off, but
And you would never know it because he doesn't release anything like that.
Yeah.
So,
But anyway, the gas station we passed.
that being said, we are ready for Bill Reed's lyrics, and I just had to get rid of that Instagram. That was a rough. Yeah,
It's weird.
The first when you sent me the song and said you need to listen to this, and don't say anything until the end. And I listened to it. And what did I send back to you? I was like, "What the hell was that?" or something like that.
It was very different than anything we expected or had
Wanted.
seen from him in the past. It definitely had wanted, yeah.
Look, I understand trying to explore new avenues and stuff like that, but sometimes you know, I don't want to say stay in your lane because that sounds.
Yeah, you don't want to limit artists from being artistic, but
But some things work and some things don't, and that just for me that didn't work.
It did not. I concur.
But that being said, we will whenever you're ready.
All right. Let me make sure I got my stuff pulled up here. I need this here. I need this here. I need this over here. All right, let's do this. I'm going to hit this drop and then the Burl intro. And yeah, then I'll get the motherfucking piano ready and we'll do this. So let's do this with a Shree. What was your mama?
Yeah, it's your boy, Cool Rock Ski, the original fat boy straight out the streets of East New York, Brooklyn. You're rocking right now with Mr. Throwback Thursday. Yeah, check me out today. What up, man? This is back some of them songs for me, yo. Alright, man, peace.
But it starts with Bill.
I'm Bill S. Preston. It's called reading. Top to bottom.
We're going to try again.
But it starts with Bill.
I'm Bill S. Preston. It's called reading. Top to bottom, left to right, left to right. Words together as a sentence. Take Tylenol for any headache. Might offer any cramps.
Most people probably don't listen to the lyrics, but they should.
Welcome to Bill Reed's Lyrics.
Welcome back, Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 506. It is indeed time for Bill Reed's Lyrics. So, that being said, Jamie will do what he does. I will probably look at it in disdain and go through it anyway.
I will go over to the private shiz at and I will hit this button over here and send it your way as I cue up the motherfucking piano.
Oh my God.
And we're going to do verse 4.
I don't know the song.
Excellent.
I don't know the song.
I think you might once you hear the chorus.
I know the title.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the title, but I'm not familiar with. I've probably heard it and just heard it in the background and never paid much attention to it because I do know the title.
Yeah. When the chorus plays, it's one of those you go, well, I've
Verse
heard
4, huh?
that. Yeah, verse 4.
Okay.
All right.
By a man named Horse.
Yes.
That's
Or a
just
horse
making sure I'm
named
in the
man.
right spot.
All right.
Okay.
So with no type of
Because-
ado.
That's where I like it. That would be Mr. Horse.
All right. No type of ado, Sesame Street, Grover Stiley, whether nearer or further. We'll cue the motherfucking piano.
When it comes to sex, I'm similar to the thriller in Manila. Bitches call me Horse, the pussy filler. I'll fuck a big boned or slim chick, beat that pussy up real quick, then send home the bitch. Ain't no sleeping in the bedroom when Henny's in my dick. When Flex dropped the bomb, I bust the nut on this bitch. Give throat. Seeds the goat to come drinking hoes, who like the way I thug and the way I foe. I like head in the Benz, the 4-door, or the coupe, head in the staircase, the cellar, or the roof, head in the studio, the bathroom, or the booth, head from a project chick, or one with crazy loot like Nia Long in a cherry thong with the lights on, sipping Perignon with Kelly Price on. I bought my python. I hit it while my wife's gone. Long dick the bitch all night. I'll make her pussy sing the song.
Now I know everybody got.
And my wife just looked at me right when I said the line about the wife. Holy
You're gonna
shit.
do what?
What perfect timing! You usually only see the disembodied thumb. If you saw the look on her face right now,
it would be a disembodied thumbs down.
We have a bug? Okay. I have to take a quick pause because I have to make up that line by go killing a bug. So talk to the people for a second.
We will be here.
That was awfully funny.
And I apologize to everyone for that. Let's see. There. Put Bill back on. What is going on with him? Automatic mic adjust. Reduce mic background noise. Nope, it's none of that. Something's not right with him. I'll bring him back in. Yeah, so that Bill Reed's lyrics was jacked up. But, you know, shit happens. I do need to be in the right bank. Can you guys hear the delay? Yeah, he needs to go away and come back. Or screw it, I'll try. No, it's on him. Yes, but not far enough. Yeah, there's a serious delay. I can hear it coming through his speakers into his microphone. Yeah, I can tell the delay because I know when I talk and when he responds. I know it's different for you guys because you have a delay on everything anyway. Yeah, no, that was very, very choppy for Bill Reed's lyrics. And don't think I haven't gotten your speak pipe, John. It's here. I haven't played it yet. I was waiting to see if anybody else was going to have any suggestions for us to send to Dice. Okay. I want to talk to him more. What did you guys think of the new Cool Kim song? So I can give him feedback. Okay,
I'm not quite sure what the hell
and come back.
That bug was.
But it's dead?
But big enough that I think it had its own driver's license. Huh?
I need you to to leave and come back.
Instead,
You are so ridiculously choppy. Like, I know what Bill Reed's lyrics was, and I had a hard time hearing it. And I can't boot you. Boop. Yes, there is a backpack.
I'm back.
Line in there, John. And better than before?
Do I have to do it? Do I have to do it again?
No, you don't have to do it again. Like I said, I'm just not.
No, I don't know what the fuck that bug was. Mm-hmm.
You can tell. You can tell there's a delay now, can't you?
Yeah. Oh, it's bad now. Let's see. Yeah. All
this version will
you know what
not
it is. My wife was so offended by that line. My wife was so offended by that line that she sabotaged the idea. No, this is a StreamYard thing because I've got good connection. You've got good connection. There's got to be something on their end. So, all right.
That's the right.
We want to do a foosball update and then call it a day.
Yeah. Let me make sure I got my stuff up. All right. Give me a quick foosball intro and I will foosball.
I just love the fact that he specified that. I just love the fact that he specified the color of Nia Long's thong. So, that's very important information.
If she's ever on the show, we'll ask her if it's true.
You'll ask her. I ain't asking. We're both married, dude. I want to keep my marriage. I ain't asking Nia Long about her thong. Still 11-7 Jacksonville, by the way.
You just
in the fourth quarter.
When your wife's away. I heard it.
I read when my wife's away. I didn't said when my wife's away. There's a world of difference between what I read and what I said. See, what happened was...
Yes. Please let me find a chorus for you here.
Oh, God. Little Uchi Wally.
That's the one. Yeah, like I said, I know you've heard it.
Yep. Yeah, I just never paid attention to. Like I said, I've heard that in the background on many times, just because of because you hear a song named Uchi Wally, and it's one of those things that Danny used to say that quite a bit. He used to call a girl's ass her Wally. So the fact that he did that, it's just so funny. It's just so ridiculous.
It is just so ridiculous.
It's just so ridiculous. Okay, so I'm back and better than ever.
All right, well, how's about we get a quick foosball?
Sure.
All right. Well, let's do that with a Shree. Who's your mom?
Foosball. Bunch of overgrown monsters manhandling each other.
Hello? You play to win the game.
Playoffs? What talking about? Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Playoffs?
Welcome to the TBT Fake Football League recap.
Yes.
For week number, what are we in? Week number 5?
We're in 5, yes.
So we got to go back because we didn't do anything for week 3.
No, we didn't do 4. We did week 3.
We didn't
do week 4.
We didn't do week 4. Okay, that's right. Because yes, we did do week 3. Week 4 last week. Born to Khalil Mack, that was me. Went up against Ian, Ahmad's Sauce Committee Part 2. He whooped my ass for one reason or another, 120 to 82. And I think the weird thing is I got half of my points, more than half of my points from Josh Allen. And then nobody else did anything. Fucking Deebo Samuel gave me a fat nothing.
Yeah, he had no, they didn't throw the ball to him.
He had 6 rushing yards. That was it. Raheem Mostert, who had 40 points the week before, had 4. Yeah, it was a rough week. Ian had a good week. He had the one week he had Justin Fields, who finally learned how to play quarterback. And he also had A.J. Brown. So,
yeah, but his kicker put up more than anyone on your team except your quarterback.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you have when you have the Eagles kicker. I mean, I deserve the ass whooping, I guess, based off of that. But it wasn't. It was supposed to be closer than this,
right?
But that being said, that pushed me to 2-2. Pushed him to 2-2. The Brees Hall Hotel. Let's see. Let me go back 1 week. You finally got a dub, 94-68 over Belichick yourself, moving you both to 1-3. Becca drops to 1-3. You move up to 1-3, and your quarterback put up 1.70 points, and you still won because you have the man, the myth, the legend, Puka Nacua.
I do.
And Jacksonville's defense went hog wild last week.
As I said, it's stupid to lose to a defense, but
you gave up 7 points. You scored as many points as you gave up and 4 sacks. That's fantastic defensive play. So
it was
good for you moving to 1-3. Bad for Becca. Arrested to Belichick. Took on Young and Entertaining. Felicia moves to 3-1.
Yeah.
And Dr. Tim drops to 1-3 as Felicia wins 110-85. Who was her big performer? She had good numbers all around, but Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs was the big 33 point for her. She's 3-1. I believe she's listed as 3rd in the league now.
Yes.
MC Aiden featuring DMW. That is Sanket, I believe.
It is.
Took a win over Put It in Friarmouth, who dropped to 1-3. Sanket's now listed as 1st in the league.
He is.
125 to 116. His big performers, solid performers all the way around, but his, again, was a defense.
It was.
Dallas's defense got him 27 points, had 2 touchdowns that week, and 2 interceptions. So he ran up the score pretty big there. Let's see who else was in week 4. I keep having to go back. It defaults to week 5. Protect Kirk's Neck went to 2-2 with a loss to Revenge on Lazard City. So Manny goes to 3-1. John drops to 2-2, 100-92. Close game. Derrick Henry with a big showing. But the big one for Manny was Nico Collins.
Yes, Nico Collins is having a good year for being a name that many people didn't even know at the start of the season.
Well, that's because C.J. Stroud's the real deal, and he throws to a lot of different people. So
that's what I'm starting this week, by the way.
Who, Stroud?
Yeah.
Good. Good.
Burrow's on the bench.
That's probably your smartest move, man.
I think so.
I think Burrow's still really, really hurt.
He is. He's
and Gangrene Hoodie with the Woody gets a win last week over You Kelsey, What I Kelsey, which is drops our friend Greg from the Undefeateds.
Yes, and Christian McCaffrey could have beaten Greg's whole team last week.
Pretty much. 45 points for McCaffrey, 3 rushing touchdowns, 106 yards, and 71 receiving yards. But that's Christian McCaffrey every fucking week, though.
You got every touchdown the team had, whether he was running it or catching it. That's why Deebo suffered.
Yeah, he's
an animal.
He is an animal. And to look at him, you wouldn't think he is.
No.
So let's take a look at what we got going on for week 5. Week 5, Born to Khalil Mack, that's me, 2-2, 5th in the league, taking on Protect Kirk's Neck, also 2-2, listed as 7th in the league. The Brees Hall Hotel at 1-3, favored to. I'm favored to lose, by the way. John's favored to win that game. You are favored to win over Sanket. So
Not
we'll see how
original
that
projection,
goes.
No.
No.
I had this guy, and I want to shout out to John Henderson for not accepting the trade that I offered him because he thought I was trying to trade rape him.
Oh,
DJ
you
Moore.
tell me you had DJ Moore. Oh my God, yes, you did. DJ Moore had a career in the first half on Thursday night.
And I offered him to John Henderson during the week, and he said, "Fuck out of here." And I said, "Okay."
Well, next time you want to offer somebody to somebody, you hook a brother up. So, but yeah, DJ Moore, he was projected to score 10 points. He got 45. So now that puts you as the projected winner of that game. But we'll see. You know, they don't play the games on paper. They play them in television sets. The Ahmad Sauce Committee Part 2. That's Ian. He's at 2-2. Favored to win over Dr. Tim, arrested to Belichick.
He had Justin Fields playing.
Oh, well, there you have it. I mean, 37.98 points for Justin Fields, who threw 4 touchdowns.
Yes.
4 touchdowns, 280. He should have had a 4th. I still don't know where he stepped out of bounds on that, but that's neither here nor there. 282 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 57 rushing yards. That's a good week for Justin Fields, who
yes, it is.
Up until this point really hadn't shown that he could do that. Belichick yourself, 12th in the league. Becca looking to struggle again this week against you, Kelsey. Kelsey, who's favored to win by a substantial margin. Put it in Friarmouth is going up. That's Hugo against Manny. That one is projected to be pretty freaking close. According to projections, Hugo should win that by about 2 points.
Yes.
And finally, Gangrene Hoodie with the Woody goes up against Felicia, young and entertaining. Ron is at 2-2, 8th in the league. Felicia 3-1, a 3rd in the league. Right now, Ron is projected to win that game
because he's had no one play yet,
and
Felicia's had between the Thursday night game and
the early morning game, most of her team has played already.
And look at Ronnie leaving Travis Etienne Jr. on the bench, who's got 23.7.
Yeah,
with an 18-7 lead. I told you the fuckers were going to end up winning.
Look at that. Yeah. With 7:24 left. I don't know what it is about Josh Allen sometimes. My other quarterback is Daniel Jones, and he's going up against Miami today. But that being said, Miami doesn't play the pass well. I probably should have started fucking DJ just because. Anyway, that's your matchups for this week. The standings are first in the league, MC Aiden featuring DMW. That is Sanket. Number 2 in the league is Greg. Number 3 in the league is Felicia. 4th spot belongs to Revenge on Lazard City. That's Manny. 5th spot in the league belongs to me, Born to Khalil Mack. 6th is Ian. 7 is John. 8 is Ron. 9 is Put It in Friarmouth. That is Hugo. It's just fun to say that title. 10th is Arrested to Belichick. That's Dr. Tim. You came in at 11th. I think that's going to go up this week. And 12th is Becca. The highest scoring team in the league was me for the longest time, but I don't think maybe I still am. I am by 1 point because Sankat scored a shit ton of points last week. But we shall see, man. That's why they play the games.
In the TV sets.
In the TV sets, which, by the way, I'm going to go watch as soon as we're done here. And we're not officially done here. I have 2 different hats to change into today. So
yeah. You have the Sherlock Holmes look. You can put one on the front, one on the back.
I could. There. Look at that. 3 hats on.
So now that you've gone from Bill to Phil.
And Phil's brother, Will, who knows?
William M. Winters, Esquire.
Yeah, something about that guy makes me angry.
So please.
But he's a very assertive woman.
He knows what he wants.
Yeah, he does know what he wants. Episode 506, Mr. Throwback Thursday, brought to you in part by the world's strongest coffee, Death Wish Coffee. You find them on Facebook. The artist formerly known as Twitter, now known as X.
Yep.
And Instagram. Or you can go to deathwishcoffee.com where you can use the Throwback Thursday code of TBT to save 12% off of your first order and enjoy the world's strongest coffee, Death Wish Coffee. We also are brought to you by Def Rugs, defrugs.com, Facebook, X, and Instagram at Def Rugs. Handmade high-quality hip-hop themed rugs by the original Rug E-Fresh, Marshall Fox, and his business associate, the Green-Eyed Bandit, Eric Sermon. Def Rugs for comfy on your feet. Jamie can tell you that.
Yeah.
He's got one right underneath his feet.
I do.
Our friend Heather Lent up in Schenectady, New York on J Street is the proprietor of the Bittersweet Candy Company, where she makes candy and chocolate that is handmade, small batch, different, and delicious. Go check them out on Facebook and order at bittersweetcandy.com. Use our code THROWBACK to save 10% off your order there. Melted Mike's, MLTDMICS.com. Melted Mike's, hip-hop themed t-shirts from our friend Pumice T. Mendola. Go to meltedmikes.com. Use our code MR Throwback Thursday and save 10% off your order at meltedmikes.com. Etsy.com/shop/geek like you, where the geek shall inherit the earth. It's getting close to Christmas. You want those crazy ass hip hop and pop culture items from the sick, twisted mind of Mr. Throwback Thursday and his sick, twisted wife, Mrs. Throwback Thursday.
Well, all of the things.
All of the things and then some. And then you want to gift some of those things to other people for Christmas. So go to Etsy.com/shop/geek like you and get the things and the stuff. Social media network for the show, MrThrowbackThursday.com is your home base for everything about the show, MRThrowbackThursday.com. Go there, leave us a voice message by clicking on that little microphone that says hit us up. Follow us on Twitter or X at @the_MR_TBT and Bill_MR_TBT, which is also my Instagram and Threads handle. Jamie on Instagram and Threads is at MRThrowbackThursday. You can also follow our new TikTok channel, which has 3 posts to it, which Jamie hates, but it's still there. It's at Mr. Throwback Thursday.
It's a necessity for advertising.
Yes. I did like the last post, and it didn't get muted, so...
Yes. I had to come up with something that would work to demonstrate who we are, what we do, without offending the world.
So maybe we can post our reaction to the new Cool Kim song this week. See, I don't think that'll get sanctioned. So therefore, unless
video,
it is. It's not a fun app. I don't know why people love it so much.
No.
But other than that, check out the Facebook pages as well, Mr. Throwback Thursday and Home of the TBT Posse. You can also send us an email if you wish, mrthrowbackthursday@gmail.com, or any of the messaging services on all of the social media networks that we're on. Shout-outs time. Shout-outs go to Gail Dunmeyer, Manny Baez, Sarah Henderson, John Henderson, Hugo Gonzalez, Sanket Patel, Teresa Lynn, Simple Luxuries at teresalins.com, Clay Arsenault, the Shrieking Warrior Jennifer Buchanan, Jacob O'Neill, Jason Heath, Paulie Tibbert, Chris Kinsley, Jessica Walker, Shane Hatley, Ricky Schnarr, Kenneth Elsfelder, Mr. Cranky Pants, Brian Hollenbeck, Kevin Van Buren, the legend.
Yes.
Robert Jeffroy, Kate Harvey, Mark Merriam, Catherine Liska, and Ken Dwinell. They get shouted out every week because...
or more.
If you want to get your name mentioned every week, become a patron at the Loonies level, 5 or more at patreon.com/MRTBT. And on MrThrowbackThursday.com, you'll see a little link that says become a patron, and you can go there, and it'll take you to the first link I told you about. Don't forget our friends, as always, the Kings of Sport. Brother Nate Milton and Chris Ely bring you all the hip-hop culture, pop culture, sports, anything that you want to talk about, and they're good. They're good dudes too, so give them a listen. You know who else is a good listen? Our friends Anthony Imran and Rugboy over at the Jock and Nerd podcast. Imran's joined us on a couple of occasions, and we always appreciate when he joins us. Hasn't been with us in a while. We have to reach out to him, see if he wants to jump on one of these days.
Yeah.
Check out our friend Talkin' Ty on her show, What's the Word podcast. I saw your post this week modeling her T-shirt.
Yes.
Supporting our friends, which is very important.
It is. Support your friends like you support all the famous people you don't even know.
That's right. Which should be on a T-shirt, which I'm surprised isn't yet.
Yeah, maybe. But then nobody would buy it, so it doesn't matter.
Mr. Throwback Thursday. Support your friends like you support people you don't even know.
Yes.
So, the world's greatest MC, the hardest working turntablist in the world, DJ B on It's Fresh Radio. Go check him out on itsfreshradio.com and the Fresh Radio app for your phone. We are on right after his All Request show on Thursdays. We come on at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Not this week, though, because I'm not sending it to him.
No.
It's a
no,
mess.
we will be preempted. So we will let him know that it's just not fit for public consumption this week.
It is
not. But otherwise, you can also check us out on Wild One Radio on most weeks. We're not sending it to them either. Wild One Radio, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, review, all that good stuff. We will release on Thursday as much as Jamie can clean it up and send it out to the podcast people. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, review, all that good stuff. Go find us and share the good word. Until next week, when we're back for episode 507, take good care of yourselves. Wash your hands.
Wash your butt in case of back hugs.
Very important, especially with back hugs running very, very rampant, apparently. And until next time, keep it classic. And always remember,
new school stale, old school fresh.
F-R-E-S-H